Well, Daly, you were contracted with the Seagulls until the end of the 2023 season. Tell us about your new deal.
So yeah, I've been lucky enough to extend at the Seagulls. I had this year and next year to run on the contract, but it was just, worked in both favours. Myself and the club sort of thought it was best to just, put everything to bed, and I'm going to be lucky enough to be playing here for the rest of my career, which is really great.
Congratulations on your new contract then, and I know on behalf of every Seagulls member, they're really excited to have you here for a long term now. Mate, you've played 265 games for the Seagulls. You're only 35 games away from this magical 300 club. Let's hope you get an injury-free run, but what would that mean to you to play 300 games in the NRL?
Look, if you probably had asked me that at the start of my career, it would have meant, a real lot to me. But to be honest, the further I go along my career, I sort of realised that, well, it's, a great achievement to continue to keep playing the game for so long. It's not why I'm playing the game. I'm not playing it for the number of games. I'm playing it because I love it, and I'm playing it because I want to keep competing. So, along the way, if you do get milestones like that, they're obviously fantastic, and sort of shows your longevity and consistency in the game. But it really isn't the reason why I'm playing. I'm playing because I want to keep competing, and ultimately I love waking up on game day and going out there and running out with the Seagulls.
The number 7 jersey, there's been some great players who've worn that for the Seagulls. What does that jersey mean to you?
Yeah, when I came to the club, it was actually one of the things that I always sort of thought about was the long history of the number 7 jersey at the Seagulls, and how proud the club's been with its success, and that's been led by great halfbacks. So, for me, I always saw that as a bit of a challenge to make sure that I could be that, that next person up for the club that they could rely on for, a 10-year period or however long I play. So I was really, always mindful of that sort of stuff about the club, the history of the club, and, I'm hoping that I'm doing the club justice and serving it proud at the moment.
How much has Daly Chairman's grown as a captain?
Oh, as a captain, I've grown heaps. I've been so lucky over the start of my career to learn from some great skippers at the club. Even over the last few years at the club, learning from, Nate Moles had a short stint here at the club. He was fantastic for me. But it'd be silly for me not to really thank, the likes of Jason King and Jamie Lyon. They were massive, and that senior playing group that they had when I first came into first grade, I learned so much from them. And from that, you create your own style. You certainly don't want to copy, but you want to sort of get a read on, what's worked before and what maybe shouldn't be done. But I learned so much from that first group of skippers at the club, and now I'm just trying to create my own style. But I feel as though I'm continuing to learn the role, and I think it's an ever-evolving role. Hey, I don't think you've ever fully got the captaincy role under control. So I really enjoy what comes with it, though. It's a great privilege.
Playing at our beloved home ground, 4 Pines Park, how special is that for you to lead the team onto the field every time we play there?
Yeah, I don't get sick of running out there. 4 Pines Park, as it's called at the moment, it's fantastic. It's just gives you sort of that real sort of excitement running out there, knowing that you've got that sea of maroon sort of roaring behind you. And I guess, I've been lucky enough to play a finals game there, which is something that will always stay with me. We had a good win that night, and to be able to play finals footy in front of the Manly members and fans, it was a great night for us result-wise, but it was also, a really cool experience, and it will be hard to forget that one.
You've been settled for a fair while now on Northern Beaches. What does this community mean to you and your family?
Yeah, I've obviously grown to love the Northern Beaches. I'm a Queenslander through and through, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel as though the Northern Beaches is home now. I've got 3 beautiful girls and a partner who was born and raised on the Northern Beaches, so it's a great lifestyle. I love my weekends here on the Northern Beaches. I love being able to put my kids into school knowing that they're safe and they're learning and developing, and we've built a great group of friends away from rugby league, which is also really special. So just life has become the Northern Beaches, and I wasn't really interested in finding out if there was a better lifestyle out there, to be honest, because what we've got right now and what me and my family have at home is really special. So I want to stay here for the rest of my career, and I'm sure after footy as well.
Well, speaking about the rest of your career, how far away is this squad from more premiership success?
Yeah, look, we're like the other 15 clubs. We think premiership glory is around the corner, so not naive to think how hard that's going to be. But there is a lot of ability in this team, and I'm really hoping that something special is just, this year, hopefully, If not, we'll go again next year. So I've never felt as though the club's never in a premiership window. That's the sort of club that we're at the moment. It's the Seagulls, so you're always there to compete. So I'd love to be able to win a premiership again in the later half of my career, but that's just sort of my mentality. Is every year is a chance to win. So I feel as though that's no different for us this season.
Daly, you have a great working relationship with Coach Des Hasler. Tell us about Des and your relationship with him, and why does he bring out the best in you?
Yeah, look, I was lucky enough to come to the club when Des was the first grade coach, and I was just a young fella coming up through the junior ranks. So I learned a lot from Des in those early stages of my career. He just encouraged me to sort of be myself and play footy. And I guess that relationship has changed since he's come back to the club. Me and him obviously have a great relationship as coach and captain, and we're always bouncing stuff off each other. And I really enjoy what Des brings to a club. He has always high expectations of his players, and that comes from his work ethic. He's always working around the clock to make sure he's finding ways for us to improve. So I love that he's always trying to get the best out of us. He's always got our best interest at heart, and he's obviously extremely intelligent. And as someone who really enjoys watching footy on the weekends, it's nice to sort of hear his side of where the game's at and where it's developing. So yeah, great relationship with Des, and he's been a massive part of my development as a young kid, and also now as a captain. I'm really appreciative of the relationship I've got with him.
Well, speaking of coaching, when your NRL playing days are over, is there any interest from Daly Cherens maybe one day coaching here at the Seagulls?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure, to be honest, mate. With the contract extension, I don't have to worry about that for a couple more years, which is great. But coaching, I'm not really sure at the moment where I'm going to finish as a life after footy. I don't know where it's going to go, but I do love the game of rugby league. So I will try and give back to the club in some regard. I don't know if it's coaching or if it's a mentor role or an ambassador role. I really don't know, but I'm hoping after a career here at the club, I'm able to give back in some way.
Well, Daly, on behalf of all proud Seagulls members, we congratulate you on everything you've achieved for the Seagulls. You've been a wonderful player, certainly a great club leader and ambassador. We wish you all the very best in the future. Yeah,
thanks, guys. I'm so stoked to obviously to extend my time here at the club, and a big part of wanting to stay here is obviously not just the team and the coaching staff, but the people that come every weekend to support us. So thanks very much, guys. It doesn't go unnoticed. Rain, hail or shine, the Seagulls members are there. So thank you, and hopefully we can celebrate some more wins this year and moving forward.